Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Chris Warren.
And I'm Jen Carfagno. Chris, it is good to be back with you again. It's been a couple weeks now.
It's been a while.
Yeah. All right. So we've got it all covered for you. And I love how Chris said it today on Twitter, which is like an umbrella. We have you covered.
Got you covered. And to make matters worse, some more rain on the way for the Gulf Coast.
We've got pretty widespread storms out there again for the second day this week. Meteorologist Mike Seidel is live in New Orleans this morning, where, Mike, you know, we could see inches of rain, which is not such a bad thing since we need it because of the drought here, but it's already causing some flooding problems north of town this morning. Chris, a lot of it is just plain old rain with some lightning and thunder, but there hasn't been a lot of severe weather just yet. There's not likely to be again today. Let's show you why and then what the chances of that for severe weather for the rest of the week. So right now we've been tracking our jet stream over the southeast. Disturbances within it have been helping to create some of these showers and thunderstorms that we've been seeing. The upper level low is not as marked as it was yesterday. And yesterday we had a handful, literally a handful of hail and wind reports in Texas. We're not likely to see much of that today at all, really, since the upper level low isn't really that pronounced. But we've got another one digging in across the west. This is a huge story to tell. It's going to cause all kinds of weather, literally 9 different kinds of weather advisories in effect here for one state in the west. All kinds of weather across the west, and then when it digs out here into the plains, this is going to be the impetus for the next possibility of some severe weather as we get you into the second half of the week. We're talking about the Thursday, maybe even tomorrow night, but Wednesday night into Thursday time frame. And we're watching from West Texas all the way up into western Oklahoma and Kansas. Hail, damaging winds. We'll have to watch for maybe an isolated tornado risk, but really the main threat, because it is an upper level low like what we saw with this last issue yesterday, is going to be the fact that you could get some hailers and you could get some strong gusty winds. So here's the Thursday outlook. This looks a lot like yesterday, doesn't it, right? Texas pretty much filled in. Upper level low gets stuck again. And so for places like Dallas and down towards Austin and over towards Houston, we're going to see Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all with the threat of showers and thunderstorms, wrapping up the entire week that way for you here in Houston. Chris. So welcome back, everyone. Thanks for staying with us on Weather Center Live. There's going to be a lot more rain like that today and tomorrow and the next day and the day after that across the south.
And what's so tricky about this is we know the areas where the rain is going to come down. The problem is pinpointing exactly who gets the most intense rainfall and taking into consideration if there's any clogged drains, low-lying areas. There's a lot of minute details that can lead to some huge problems.
And it will be scattered activity as well. So you might get tons of rain north of town, not as much south of town, and that's what's happening right now in the Big East. A ton of moisture coming up, Mike. Thank you for that. And a good visual there, too, because that's what this rain is moving into, right? The ground is already very saturated. So the flood warnings right now, again, north of town, really getting clobbered, but it's back building a bit. So we are getting more rain down into New Orleans and south of town as well. Flash flood warning until 12:15 here. You can see over towards Donaldsonville. Also flash flood warning. I did see some reports of some roads getting flooded over there already this morning. So when you turn on the lightning too, you can see what an energetic little storm system we got going on here with a lot of lightning, very vivid lightning in spots like right around the Donaldson area, plus the heavy rainfall. We track it all throughout southern Louisiana, and you just look at how much more moisture is yet to move in. Pretty big cluster of showers and storms out there over the Gulf about to move into southern Louisiana. We're dealing with that now. The rest of the southeast in a lull at the moment, but it's not going to stay like that because we still have our jet stream energy disturbances and that upper level low that we've been tracking that's still going to move across this area and help to trigger additional showers and storms. So it's not necessarily a rainy every single moment of all day, but it's a chance of rain, and some of that rain will be heavy at times, very widespread throughout the entire southeast. Now for today, most likely in Louisiana, Mississippi, and parts of Alabama. A lot of Georgia actually getting a break today. Not a complete 0% chance of rain, but you know, for the most part, it'll be scattered, but it comes back tomorrow. And then on Thursday, it's a return to more moisture coming back to Louisiana, Mississippi, and then also Texas by Thursday. And by Friday, we're talking about Texas. And again, we're talking about Louisiana, and again about Florida Panhandle. More rain coming here as well. Tough times there. And I'll tell you what, we are always looking out for severe weather. We're going to look to the next chance of severe weather coming in later in the week. And we actually look to the west. That big system, that big trough dipping in with our jet stream here across the west, the same thing that's going to bring lots of widespread, very gusty winds across the west and even some mountain snow. That system becomes the reason that we have to watch severe weather chances across portions of Texas and into the Central Plains by the time we get into mainly Wednesday night into Thursday. So here we go. Here's tomorrow, and we see that big low digging out across the Four Corners area. Out ahead of that is where we're going to watch a surface low form, and we we will see the chance for some storms out there from West Texas up into western and central Oklahoma and to parts of Kansas as well. By Thursday, it's really the upper level low at play, and that's going to get cut off. There's nothing to really steer it along. So it gets stuck here for a bit, and it means that we've got the chance for thunderstorms underneath it. These kind of storms are normally either hailstorms or maybe bring some gusty winds. That's the kind of severe weather you look for in a scenario like that. So for Dallas, in Dallas, we know our hailstorms all too well, right? We've got that chance Thursday. We're going to keep an eye on spotty thunderstorms on Friday. And still on Saturday, we've got a hit or miss chance of thunderstorms out there. For Houston, it is Thursday, it is Friday, it is Saturday. We are in it for the rest of the week into the weekend when it comes to the chance of thunderstorms here. So no break in the southeast. I mean, one pattern, rinse and repeat again the end of the week.
Yeah, one after another. And now we're going to look at where the rain is needed, and that's in the west.
Talk about is pollen. Right? You know the pollen too well in the south, especially. It coats everything with yellow. It's on the pavement. It's on your car. It comes in your house. It seeps in through your windows.
Yeah, and if you're new to the south, from the north, you might think there's a dusting of snow out there, but it's not. It's this yellow pollen. And in this edition of Brainstorm, Sam Champion has some astounding statistics about this pesky byproduct of spring.